Hey everyone, so today I'm going to take a deeper look at the specific IRs or impulse responses that are included within the Sweetwater free sample pack, the Eminence Impulse Response Sample Pack, I guess what they call it there. So it includes one sample IR from each of the following packs: the Legend EM12, the Legend GB128, the Governor, the Cannabis Rex, and the Swamp Thing, spelled with a instead of an I in thing right there. So, yeah, kind of interesting. They give a brief description of each of them here. It says the Cannabis Rex, fresh, increasingly popular American clean tone. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. It says it's kind of bright with clarity. Let's maybe just take a look at these one at a time as we go through them. That might be the best way to do it. So what I've done is I've got two amps. I've got a clean amp, which is kind of my go-to, which is the jazz chorus. Then I've got more of a Marshall sound, the Brit 2203, rather than the Panama that I'd normally use. I figure that's probably a little bit more tame. I've got a delay here I might kick on, and then here's where I've got the impulse response. And then right now I've actually got a 212 cab that pairs with the Jazz Revette set. But let's go ahead and try with the impulse response. So I was just talking about the Cannabis Rex. Let's go ahead and flip to that one. I had to program the names up here, but it's definitely worth it so that you know what you're looking at here. So, yeah, the Rex starts on number 10, the way that I have it loaded in here. So again, let's see. Captures a fresh, increasingly popular take on American clean tone. The hemp cone of the Cannabis Rex 12 delivers invigorating clarity and brightness without compromising body or substance. So that's with the Marshall. I'm also using my Telecaster. I'm using it on the neck pickup. Here's back to the bridge. Here's my middle strat pickup. Back to the neck. It's pretty responsive to the different pickups there. Let's see. Let's go back to the clean amp there. So like I said, very clean but bright. They're very tame, you know. More so than the stock cabs, like. So that's the one that goes with the Jazz Revette. And it seems fuller, but again, that's something I've talked about as kind of that bedroom tone, where it's like, you know, this might sound really good and satisfying to me sitting here in the office, but might not sit well in a mix with other musicians, or might not leave room for the bass instruments, or kind of even muddy up those signals there. That's that, and let's see. I thought it was interesting the way that they said this at the bottom. It says these IRs were captured by the legendary Shure SM57. If you'd like full versions of any of these IR titles, they may be purchased separately. So basically saying that, you know, an SM57 is kind of an industry standard. It's been $100 ever since forever and remains that way. It's a cool, you know, microphone, but it's not the most expensive. It's just one that gets used a lot. So these are probably accurate to that, but still leave out a lot, you know, that you could do. Like what's the stock mic on this one? 57 dynamic. So I mean, there you go. It's the same thing, microphone wise, but you have options as far as, you know, a dynamic mic. Several of those ribbon microphones, condenser microphones. I'm just going to set it back to the 57. It's, like I said, it's the standard. It's the first one that you set right there. But then we have our other options with it. So we have like, I think those are different distances or possibly different sample rates. between each of those three options that you have on each of them there. Let's see. Yeah, because it says on axis, on it there. Pretty sure each of these are all on axis. Let's go ahead and see the next one they talk about. So that was the Cannabis Rex, chunky and voiced for heavy guitar styles. The Swamp Thing IR delivers dark, aggressive mids and a huge rounded bass response. Let's see. So that was this one. There we go, Swamp Thing. Let's see. Such traits make this IR perfect for down-tuned or extended range guitars, including 7 or 8 string guitars, as well as baritones. It sounds pretty good. That's compared to the Rex. I mean, I can hear a difference there between those two. Might be even more of a difference on the distorted amp. Neck pickup, this is on the bridge. My Telecaster doesn't always want to be a real heavy guitar though, so. Cool, and let's take a look at the next one. Capturing the transatlantic trade of blues tones, the Governor IR is a British voiced speaker with close links to the American voiced red, white, and blues speaker. So let's see, that is this one back here. A pretty unique tone on this one. So Governor, British voice speaker, they're talking about Marshalls, and then the what is it that I have here? The Brit 2203, obviously a Marshall. So this is Marshall amp, Marshall cab, impulse response. Switch from my middle pickup to my bridge, to my neck. Sounds alright. Bet these two would sound good on an A-B path together. What do we have? That's just one of them. That one seems a little bit more tame. The number 9 kind of pops back out there. That's kind of the same on each of them. The middle one seems to be a little bit more tame than the other two. Okay, so let's see. Capturing a cleaner brand of British power, the Legend GB128 IRXLs at hard-hitting volume and low medium gain tones. So let's check that one out. The GB. Here we go. All right. I'm not using a real crazy amp on this. Let's see. Where's that sit with the clean? good to me. Of course, that was the IR. This is the stock cab. Bridge pickup was on the neck. Marshall. All right, and let's see. I have one more left here. Famous for outstanding transparency, the Legend EM12 IR has a neutral voice and helps emphasize your guitar and amp. So let's check that one out. I like doing just like the tap on each of these to kind of bring them up real quick there. So that would be the very first one, the EM12. Of course, with the Marshall, that's the second option. That's the third option. Oh, so I'm still on. I was changing things, but let's see. That's more like it. That feels pretty good. Okay, there we go. You know, even I probably wouldn't use any of the second options for any of these on their own. They're probably great for mixing, doing like an A-B mix with just about any of these here. So that's with the Marshall. That's with the jazz chorus. Cool. So again, this is just like the free version of each of these IRs. They probably have other microphone options and, maybe even different on-axis, off-axis, center of cone options too. I'd like to check out some of those since I know that these are just the free options here. I want to kind of wrap it up here before too long, but let's do this. I switched to a Marshall amp and used this other cab that I'm not usually using. Let's take just a moment before we pack up, switch us back to a 412 cab, and let's do something a little interesting. Rather than the 5150, let's go with something like the Badonk. This will be fun. So let's see. We want to turn this one off. Now that's the IR running into the cab. We don't want to do that. We can run an A-B path, but I don't want both of them on at the same time. So that's Telecaster on the bridge pickup. In this case, I think the cab Sam wins. Although I don't know. I mean, even though the tone is a little different there, the response just feels nice on this one. Just so immediate. And that's... Let's do this. Let's go on. So I'm just going to keep that amp Rex. And let's see, just for the sake of doing it here too, let's drop that maybe down onto the B path. Just that. Turn these both on. That's probably the best right there. And about a split of both of them. Let's see. Back to the middle. All right, so yeah, that was pretty cool. And again, I could just go and go all day with this, and I kind of have to do it like in blocks and chunks like this. So, this whole process, what I'm doing here and filming this for you guys, I would be doing this anyway, and probably just talking to myself, kind of like I am doing here in a room by myself for the camera and microphone and everything. But if you're learning anything from this stuff or just enjoying the journey, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to keep doing stuff like this. Let's go ahead and wrap it for today, though. I feel like I've talked enough about this Sweetwater pack here. So, let's go ahead and call it, and I will see you in another video here soon. Thanks.